Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cycling's Most Wanted, where we take a look at cycling related crime. So, before we get too far into it, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe. So, what I originally wanted to do for this segment is I actually planned to interview a bicycle cop in Cleveland. Bicycle cop, I was going to ask him about what it was like, take a look at the bike that they patrol the streets of Cleveland on. I thought things were looking good. I had sent a list of questions to the public affairs office, but they sent this email back here. They said, thanks for offering interest. At this time, they're respectfully declining
I'm too old for this.
unless they're the chief or the public affairs person. So, not really sure why, if they thought I was going to make them look bad or not. But
Cadet Mahoney, report immediately to the commandant's office. Cadet Mahoney.
Okay, Mahoney, get going.
they declined the interview. So, with that, decided to go a different direction. So, in Cleveland recently, a man actually stole a woman's purse at a drive through window on a bicycle. And we'll listen to the police call here over the radio. You can hear.
Item 17. Yeah, it sounds like this female was in the drive-thru here for the ATM, and a black male on a bicycle wearing a Shador Sanders jersey reached in her passenger side window and grabbed her purse and took her wallet off it. And then he fled northbound on 110 to see if anyone else in the area next door.
Wow, that's good. Hey, get 10% off your next order of Vero Resupply Coffee. Code Buckeye10. Link in the description below. So here's the same article on Channel 19 News that shows the individual here in the Shador Sanders jersey. Looks like he fled on a bicycle. So no response at this time. There's been no official statement from the Cleveland Browns. But here's what we do know. This is not Shador Sanders. He's just someone wearing a Shador Sanders jersey. This is also not someone that appears to be affiliated with the Browns in any way, based on statements we've heard. Even though there are lots of Browns players at the time and now, it seems like always dealing with legal troubles in some way, shape, or form. But it doesn't appear that this individual here is related anyway to the Cleveland Browns. So let's take a look at the bike here. Looks like some sort of comfort hybrid, which is a pretty practical choice for a pretty practical, basic bike to choose for crimes, I guess. Blends in. It's kind of like the Honda Civic of bicycles. Nothing to really stand out. I can't really tell in the picture if that's maybe some type of e-bike, but it looks like it's got a 3x drivetrain up front. So pretty basic. I know everyone is now going to the 1x drivetrain, but shows that, for this type of activity, a 3x drivetrain is perfectly acceptable. Looks like a hardtail. I can't tell on the down tube what type of bike this is or what brand this is. Um, Looks like pretty basic, straight steer suspension fork up front, flat handlebars. Uh, Real practical rack on the back with a Mary Poppins basket. When you see somebody riding with a Mary Poppins basket on the back of the bike, you don't really expect them to be doing crimes, but you see whatever he's got in there. I assume that's the lady's purse as he's taken off. Um, seem to get the job done. Typically, when I've watched people, other videos do crimes and riots and things, it always seems like people are on BMX bikes. But the Comfort Hybrid looks like a pretty practical choice for this. But we don't really know anything about the bike or how the guy got it. If he's stealing purses at drive-through windows, stealing somebody's bike is no big deal. So who knows how long he's had the bike or if that had recently been stolen. Um, Very interesting choice. So, just because, there may be Browns fans watching this, I feel sorry for you, but I'm also a Browns fan. Just goes to show, just because someone may be a fan of the same team that you are doesn't mean they're a good guy. That's for sure. So let's see what else we can see on the picture here. Looks like it's got disc brakes up front. I can't tell if they're mechanical disc, but disc brakes seem to be sufficient for this. No helmet or safety gear. living life dangerous if you're doing robberies at the ATM drive-through. But if you think about it, this could really happen to anybody if you're in a drive-through with your windows down. Think of like the lines when you end up with a long line at a drive-through. You're really boxed in. If there's a car in front of you and a car behind you, you can't really move and you're stuck. And if somebody comes up quickly in a bike and just takes off, you don't even really have a way to even react if you have stuff sitting with the windows down. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, real basic bike here. It looks like a pretty practical choice for this sort of thing for doing crimes. So I did want to take a look at the police bikes. That was not an option, at least not at this point. Maybe later the Cleveland police will reconsider and consider doing an interview. But for now, we're just going to analyze bikes used for crimes. So hopefully they catch this guy. Also, not to make light of the situation because someone did get robbed here recently. Also, shout out on this number down here at the bottom if anyone knows this individual or has any information. Um, Maybe he goes to the same bike shop you do. Contact Cleveland Police or Cleveland Division of Police Detective Ziverina at 216-623-2532. You can't be going around stealing stuff and doing things like this. But yeah, the guy used a regular old bicycle, pretty basic bicycle, as a getaway vehicle with a basket on the back, and they never caught this guy. At least not yet, as far as I know. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. As we go through here in the series, as I see other bicycles that uh, or other people that commit crimes on bicycles, we'll take a look at those and see the bicycles that are used in those crimes as well. But this looks like a pretty practical, comfortable bicycle. Looks like maybe an older individual that's riding this. Um, and yeah, doing crimes or doing suspected crimes and then taking off and not being caught. So this happened right on Lorraine Avenue, west side of Cleveland. So yeah, be careful out there, be safe, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys out on the trail.